Watch your baby the next time their father is simply moving around the room. The way he makes a cup of coffee, the way he ties a shoe, the way he laughs at something on his phone. And watch your baby's eyes. They are following him. They are tracking his every move, drinking in every expression, missing nothing at all. To their father, this is just an ordinary, forgettable moment of his day. But to your baby, something quiet and enormous is happening. They are not only watching him, they are learning from him, learning how to be a person in the deepest way there is. Welcome to Father Mind, where we step inside the wordless bond between a baby and their dad. If you would like to understand that bond more deeply, subscribe and stay close. Because what your baby is learning from their father in these ordinary, unguarded moments will quietly shape them for the rest of their life. The first thing to understand is that your baby came into the world already watching. Long before they can do anything else at all, babies can look, and out of everything in the room, it is human faces they are drawn to most. They will choose a face over almost any toy, and they study the faces of the people they love with an attention so complete it can take your breath away. A newborn can barely focus past the distance to a parent's face, and yet that is exactly the distance to the face of the person holding them, as if they were built, from the very first day, to study the people who love them. And study them they do. Your baby watches their father with the focus of a tiny scientist. They notice the shape of his face when he is happy and the different shape when he is tired. They watch his hands, his mouth, the way he moves across a room. You can see their little eyes travel with him as he goes, unwilling to look away. Nothing is too small to escape their attention. We sometimes imagine that babies are simply waiting around to grow up before the learning begins. But the learning has already begun, in earnest. And one of their very first and most important subjects is their own father. Every moment he is near, your baby is quietly gathering him in, piece by piece. The second thing your baby does is begin to copy him. This is one of the most remarkable things a young child does, and you can watch it happen with your own eyes. When he sticks out his tongue, a tiny tongue appears in answer. When he makes a sound, they work their little lips and tongue to make one too. As they grow, the copying grows with them. They start to wave the way he waves, to clap the way he claps, to make the same funny face he makes at the dinner table. This is not mere mimicry. This is how human beings learn almost everything. Your baby is built to watch what the people they love do and then to try it for themselves. And watch what happens when he notices and copies them back. The delight that lights up their face, the back and forth of it, like the very first conversation the two of them ever share. So when your child copies their father, they are not playing a game. They are doing the serious, ancient work of becoming a person by trying on the gestures and expressions of the first man they ever loved. And every time he does something and they copy it back, a little thread is woven between them, a quiet understanding that says, I am like you, and I want to be like you. The third thing your baby learns from watching their father is how to handle a feeling. This one is quieter and far more important than it sounds. A baby does not arrive knowing what to do with the big storms that move through them, the frustration, the fear, the overwhelm. They have to learn it. And one of the main ways they learn it is by watching the people around them. Picture a sudden loud noise in the house. Watch where your baby looks, straight to a parent's face, to check. And when your baby looks up and finds their father calm and steady, they learn something they could never be told in words: that this is not an emergency, and that big feelings can be met without panic. When their father stays gentle in a hard moment, your baby files it away. Over hundreds of these small moments, they are slowly absorbing his way of meeting the world, his patience, or his steadiness, or his calm. Your baby is learning their very first lessons in how to be okay when things are hard, and they are learning them more than anywhere else from watching how their father is when things are hard. Years from now, when your child faces their own storms, some of the calm they reach for will be the calm they first saw in him. It is one of the deepest gifts a father gives without ever realizing he is giving it. If this is touching something in you, do one small thing for me before we go on. Share this video with a father or with someone who loves one, because so many fathers have no idea that their child is watching them this closely or learning this much from simply being near them, and there is something beautiful in helping them see it. The fourth thing your baby learns from watching their father is whether the world is a safe and gentle place. And they learn it in large part by watching how he treats the people they love. When your baby sees their father be tender with you, when they watch him speak kindly or help without being asked or show you affection, something settles deep inside them. They cannot understand a single word of what is being said, but they feel the whole warmth of it, and they draw a quiet conclusion about the world: that this is a place where people are good to each other, where love is safe, where the people I depend on are kind. Your baby is not only watching their father. They are watching the bond between the two of you and reading it like the very first story they are ever told about love. The home a baby grows up watching becomes their first picture of what people are like. And when that picture is full of gentleness between the people they love, your baby learns to expect gentleness from the world and to feel safe in it. Long before they understand anything about relationships, your baby is studying the one right in front of them and learning from it what love is supposed to feel like. The fifth thing is perhaps the most lasting of all. Your baby is learning from their father what a father is. He is the first one they will ever know. He is their original, their template, the very first model of what it means to be a man and to be a dad. From him, and from him first, your baby is building their entire idea of how a father shows up, how a father loves, how a father makes you feel. A small boy is quietly learning the kind of man he might one day become, gathering the picture he will carry into his own fatherhood someday. A small girl is quietly learning how she can expect to be treated and cared for by the men in her life. None of them can think these thoughts, of course, but they are absorbing them all the same, written deep beneath the surface, drawn from the everyday example of the father standing right in front of them. He may feel like he is just muddling through, doing his ordinary best and hoping it is enough. But to your baby, he is nothing less than the original blueprint of what a father is. And that blueprint will quietly shape how they love and how they expect to be loved for the whole of their life. The sixth thing your baby does is slowly take on his way of being. Babies are wonderfully porous to the people closest to them. They catch a parent's mood the way they might catch a tune. And over time, your baby does not only copy their father's gestures or learn from his calm in single moments, they begin to absorb something of his whole way of moving through the world. If their father meets life with steadiness, your baby slowly soaks up some of that steadiness as their own. If he greets each morning with warmth and good humor, your baby learns, deep down, that the world is a place that can be met with warmth. If he is patient, they grow a little more patient too. Bit by bit, in a way no one can quite see happening, some of his way of being becomes their way of being. This is one of the quietest and most powerful forms of inheritance there is, not passed down in words or in lessons, but simply absorbed, day after day, from being near someone they love and watch so closely. Your baby is becoming a little more like their father, not because they were ever told to, but because they could not help it. Before we come to the most important part of all, if seeing your baby this way has moved something in you tonight, take just a moment to like this video and to subscribe. It truly is the simplest way to help us reach the next parent who would love to understand the bond between their child and their father. And here is that most important part, the thing that gathers all 6 of the others together. Step back and you will see the astonishing truth of it. Your baby is not simply watching their father, they are becoming, in part, because of him. Every expression they copy, every feeling they learn to handle, every quiet lesson about love and safety and what a father is, all of it is slowly shaping the person your child is growing into. Their father is teaching them who to be in the deepest way imaginable. And he is doing it without a single lesson, without even trying, simply by being himself day after ordinary day. And this is the part that almost no father ever realizes. He thinks the important things are the big ones, the milestones, the lessons he means to sit down and teach someday. He has no idea that the most important teaching of all is already happening, right now, in the smallest and most unguarded moments. The way he laughs, the way he treats the people he loves, the way he meets a hard day. To your watching baby, those small moments are everything. He is their first teacher, their first model, their first hero, the original picture of what a good person looks like. You are watching a child learn how to be from the person they love and admire most in all the world. So if there is one thing to carry away from all of this, let it be this: tell him. Tell the father in your life how closely his child is watching and how much they are learning simply from who he is, because he very likely has no idea. He cannot see what we have seen here today, that in 1,000 ordinary moments, just by being himself, he is quietly teaching his child how to be a person. If this helped you see that bond a little more clearly, you will find its companion on our sister channel, Inside the Baby Mind, where we step inside everything else your little one is feeling in these early days, and one day, far down the road, on Senior Mind, where we sit with the quiet inner world of fathers who have grown old. Thank you for spending this time with us. Hold your little ones close, and we will see you next time.